Welcome everyone to our first session of Cinco de Mayo. It's Cinco de Mayo out there, so it's going to be our first session. We're joining one of our fellow Texas crap shooters. We went to go visit him earlier in the week. We also make sure you subscribe to his channel. Earlier today, I believe he shot Sorfedo. He shot a good number at 30 something plus roll. So we were on that. We were actually practicing virtually with him. So great shooting, Alfredo. Thank you for joining us for the Cinco de Mayo. If you're not out there eating some tacos, celebrating, and tuning in and signing in just to go ahead and practice with us, thank you very much. We'll be shooting from stick left 2 today. And let's see what kind of rolls we have. We've been having a good week. So let's see if we can go ahead and keep that up, seeing what our shooting are. We're probably going to go for between a 45-minute to a 1 hour session. Let's see how many shooters we can get in. So hopefully we can stay within 1 or 2 shooters and keep the long rolls going. But if not, we'll try to at least make it worth our time to out here come and practice. So our table code for today is going to be F6 B8C9. Again, that's F6 B8C9. So go ahead and log into your tables. It's going to be a 2,000 bankroll with a minimum $10 table. We're kind of on my side. We like to set them for $10 tables minimum. That way I can get into the practice of when I like to do a lot of cruise ships. I spend a lot of time at the casinos, and they have $10 tables. They bumped them up from 5. They used to be 5. But also good because I mean you don't have every John Doe with $5 in his pocket jumping in and just placing any random bets and breaking up the rhythm of the table. So again, for those of you that just joined us, the table code is F6B8C9. So get your bets in. This is a come out roll. So I like to play my hard ways on the come out rolls, hedge them with a big red. And let's see, we'll probably start out with a 4-5-6-5. Let's see what the dice set's gonna do for us. And then if not, we'll keep an eye. Or you know what? Let's start with a 4-5-4-5. Let's put that table 4-5-4-5. And the reason I'm doing this, let's do a 5-4. Let's do a 5-4-5-4. The reason I'm doing this is to try to get the feel when you first come to the table, throw your first set of dice down the line. See what the dice are doing. We have 2 different colored dice. You don't get them like that at the casino, but if you're able to at least kind of keep an eye on them, what the dice are doing and how they end up, you kind of see if one of them is double pitching, is rolling, or too much yaw on it, especially how they're landing. So we'll start with a 5-4-5-4, and we'll see how the dice are behaving, and we have to adjust. So hope you got your bets in. So we got aces down there. We got some snake eyes looking back at us. I'll try to go ahead and line them up on the screen so you can take a look at them. Got aces down there. Okay, so for those of you that had horn bets, that kind of paid out well. I'm going to press my horns and bring back my big reds. So when I get aces, honestly I kind of like it when they come out they kind of roll because I am working on horns when I do that. And one of the ace deuce and midnight are one of the hardest numbers for me to for them to show up when I'm throwing my dice set. Now, again, we were using the 5-4-5-4. So from the looks of it, they all have this figure. If you look at it again, they all just rolled over by 1. You can probably see it in the lower camera better. So we'll go with the same set, 5-4-5-4. Stick left 2. Put that in the KPI. There we go. And there's another come out roll. We're still looking for point. Ooh, midnight. That's a 6 buck course on the back end. That's just on the other side of snake eyes. And because we pressed, we also got paid very well. There we go. We got some 6 6 over here. Come back. So they're keeping on rotation. They're just rolling over one way or the other by one roll. So we'll go ahead and press. Normally I don't like to press as much, but let's see if we can go for a third time the charm. Maybe we'll end up with a yo this time. But I wouldn't mind aces or midnights. So again, those are the hardest numbers for me to obtain, because normally I would go to a 4 5 6 5, but right now we're using the 5 4 5 4. So they are staying on rotation, which is good. So maybe we do go to our 4 5 6 5. We should get to start working our numbers. We'll go to 4 5 6 5. Let's see if we can start filling in our box numbers and find a point. We may lose the horn here. Yep, 617. Oh, not the best, not the number I was looking for. So let's go ahead and mark that. Not the number I was looking for, because that was going to reset one of those numbers that we were trying to avoid. It is a winner, 617. It is a winner, but it's not the dice, the number we wanted. It's going to reset everything up. We already had some of the difficult numbers that we had a hard time obtaining. So we'll go ahead and restart from scratch. And we're gonna go back to the 5 4 5 4, and let's see if we can get some of those horn numbers once again. See if we can try to replicate that. 5 4 5 4, stick left 2, and we got a 6 2 easy 8 down there. We got a 6 2 easy 8, 6 2 easy 8. Six two. Take a look at that on the table over here. Oh, there's a 6 2 easy 8. That's our new point. I think that may be our first point. 6 2 easy 8. So go ahead and place y'all's bets. We finally found a point. Let's see how we can make this over here. Hopefully we can keep a long roll going. Sad that we had aces and midnights. Those are the harder numbers for me to obtain. Let's go with the 5 4 5 4. We can find one of those hard ways here. There we go. We found one hard way. That is a hard 6 down there. There's a tray down there. There's a hard 6. There we go. It's a hard 6. We asked for a hard way, and it found this, so that's very good. So for me, because on my 5 4 5 4 hard way set, I was seeing that the dice were kind of staying in rotation, and they were following each other's pattern. That they were the kind of staying together, getting some good numbers. What I did, I started kind of heavy at the very beginning, and went all across, at least a black chip level, and it paid out well because also it hit the hard way. So because I already made money, now I'll go ahead and put that in the rack, and I'll start working on the houses money, just all houses money, and build up from there, in and out. And we'll stick with the 5 4 5 4. I was already going to a different dice set, but we'll stick with the 5 4 5 4 and see if we can stay on rotation, get a primary hit. That's a 5 2 7. Oof, not good. That's why I went in and out. In and out. One of the dice did go flying off, but that was a very short roll, a 6 roll. Not good. We did make money. Got in and out with the quickness. Now let's go with our 5-4-5-4 set. I'm sorry, 4-5-6-5. Let's go 4-5-6-5. Go ahead, place your bets. This is a come out roll. Unfortunately, the previous roll was short lived. Sorry we didn't broadcast on Wednesday or Thursday. We just We're doing a trip out to Laughlin Air Force Base. I have a son out there, and he, fortunately for me, he graduated from the Air Force. Now he's going into a military specialty, so that was kind of nice. I'm a military veteran myself, but it's nice to see the Air Force. I wanted someone of my kids to be in the military, and he chose the Air Force. Very young and smart gentleman, and he chose the Air Force. So that's a ace deuce down there. We got ace deuce, AC deucey. Because we were on the horns, we did make some money off of that. So let's go ahead and press our horns because the horns were hitting with the 5-4-5-4. Let's go with the 5-4-5-4 hardway set. Let's see if we can get at least an ace or a midnight, one of those numbers on there. Those are the hard numbers for us to obtain. And while we were in San Antonio, because Lockton's over there in San Antonio, we visited Alfredo from Texas Crap Shooters. Wonderful gentleman to communicate with. Go visit. That's a 6.2 EZ8 down there. It's a 6.2 EZ8. Highly recommend you go visit his channel. Wonderful host. Great to go out there and practice with them. He was actually going doing his regular feed with another group at his home via live streaming and some remote broadcasting. One of the gentlemen was off from broadcasting remotely to Alfredo. So it's 6.2 down here. After a long afternoon with my son at the Air Force Base, he has to go report back in. We contacted Alfredo and said, "Hey, what you doing?" I said, "Oh, look, I'm over here at the house. Come on over." We did, and we happened to see that he was actually broadcasting. So we ended up kind of in the middle of the video feed. The very first, I believe, rolls out there. He says, "Do you want to go ahead and just kind of roll with us?" I said, "Well, yeah, we'll do that." Gabby was tagging along, and the very first roll was not the best of roll for us. Then we're sticking with a 5-4-5-4 hardway set. But after the next turn around, we started picking up, getting some teen rolls. Getting up there in the teens, 12, 13s. Oof, 3-4-7 down there. Oof, that killed us. 3-4-7. That was horrible. PSO, that's not the way we want to go. Yeah, I did take a hit on that one. So the very first come out rolls were not the best. This is a come out roll. We did not find point. It was a PSO on here. Sorry about that, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can get something going. It seems the 5-4, the 4-5-6-5 is not working for us, so we're probably gonna stick with the hardware set or go to 6-2-6-3. I think we probably may do that. So this is a come out roll. Go ahead and place your bets. Go ahead and place your bets over here. And I think Gabby had one of the amazing rolls. I think she hit in the 20s, maybe in the mid to high 20s. She did very well. And let's see if we can get some better numbers here. Let's get some better numbers. These numbers are not looking good. This is a come out roll. It's in the 5-4-5-4. And this is a midnight box cars back there. Got a 6-6 over here. Ended up on lacrosse sixes. Seems that dice set seems to be favoring us today. The hardware set, the 5454. One of the things that we were kind of surprised, my son, when he graduated high school, we were standing in the rain. They had the graduation rain or shine, and it was raining. Look, no lightning storm, but it was raining. It was raining steady. So that was his graduation, and everybody's soaking wet. The young ladies with the nice hairdos, they were just dripping wet. And gentlemen, they were all soaked from head to toe. And on this graduation of his, the weather was picture perfect, nice overcast, slight breeze. They weren't standing there in the horrible hot heat. So 3-2 down there. We got a 3-2-5. So it's like Mother Nature owed him one for his graduation. It was a beautiful graduation. Perfect lighting for photography. The clouds were covering just enough of the sun so it wasn't uh, cooking you out there in the bleachers. These young ladies and gentlemen of Air Force airmen, they were standing there just waiting for them to all their parents, their family members looking at them, all the hard work they've done. That was a very nice graduation. And then one of the things about the Air Force is if once they're released, they got to stand there in formation, and they'll say, okay, now the family members can go and tap them out. You actually have to go touch them. Unfortunately, the rules are is if anybody else touches you, if it's not your family member, that also means that you're free to move around. So one of the first things they kind of tell people is like, look, when you go out there and you have all these people running towards the family members, just try to tap your own family member so the rest of them can have their family member tap them out. You don't want to be that person that goes and starts touching everybody. Tag, 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 tag. There was a couple of people doing that, but it was a nice experience. Totally different from our army graduation. 5-4, 5-4. Oof, 5-2-7. What's going on? That's another PSO. I'm gonna have to accept some rebuys in here because we're not doing that well. We're seeing a little piggy bank go down, down, down. It might be a short video session today. So go hit your place bits in there. This is not going so well. Get all this chatty, but let's go to the emergency dice set. Let's go to an all 7 set. We're gonna shoot it close to the wall. See if we can recover here because we are taking a hit. We're looking like it's not doing so well for us. Not doing so well. It looks nothing but red on the board so far. Nothing but red. So we're gonna do with emergency dice set. So it's 5-4, 2 tray. Place bits in there, and afterwards, then you see all these family members taking their airmen and men and women, and then you'll see them, a lot of them go to the boardwalk. We did the same thing. Go out there, enjoy the boardwalk. Taking the 5-4. Nope, we're sticking with the all 7 set. Actually, we're doing all 7 set. And a 2-5-7. Look at that. Would you believe that? We're gonna have to go to the dark side here. It looks like it is a winner. It is a winner on the come out roll. It may be a short session today. So we did hedge our bets. This is a come out roll. So we didn't lose. It's not the way we want to start. Not the way we want to start Cinco de Mayo. 5-4, 2-3. I think is missing is probably a couple of shots of tequila, right? Maybe that will help our tosses improve for a sec. So get your place bets in there. We're still looking for a point. That's a 3-6-9 down there. That's a 3-6-9. So we'll mark our point over here. 369. So yes, I spent a couple of days down there, and unfortunately, they have their graduations in the middle of the week. It was a Tuesday, Wednesday, so no, it was a Wednesday, Thursday. So after work, we kind of drove out to San Antonio, dealing with our work schedule and then traffic. Oof, it was a doozy. And then we drove back afterwards. After Thursday, we drove back. That was exhausting. Okay, we got a 4610 down there. That is a 4610. We finally broke out of the PSOs. Hopefully, we can stay that route. Got an easy 10 over here. 4610. But it was very nice watching all the airmen go out there, and they were on the river walk and enjoying their families. It was a nice experience. Now the training is totally different from my training. They actually, these Air Force trainees actually have barracks with AC. Would you believe it? Air conditioning. Oh, luckily we got there's a 2.6 down there. There's an easy 8. 2.6 easy 8. I was fortunate enough that we had ice for our drinks, much less AC. And he was cracking up. Sure, Dad, yeah. If we had ice, we treated it like gold. We didn't know about AC in our training. And he was cracking up. And believe it or not, they actually their barracks are called Disneyland. I believe they gave them that. I believe one of the old barracks they no longer use. They call that Alcatraz because it was all musty and old, and they just have it sitting there because it costs too much to destroy it. They had so many things in it that it would cause more contamination to destroy it than to leave it standing because so the other barracks are so close in proximity. So he says, yeah, they call it Alcatraz, but nobody goes in it because contaminate if they destroy it. We're sticking to all 7 set here, so whatever shows up as a 7, and very close out there to the back wall. That's a 459. We found our point. That is 459. And then he says, but in our bags, they call it Disney World. Disneyland or Disney World. One of those. Something to do with Disney. They have all new accommodations and beds and mattresses. That was kind of nice. You didn't have to go through those pains that I had to go through. But man, yeah, he had lost some weight. He really did lose some weight. They really made him work out. I remember when he went in, he had long hair and a little pooch belly. All the junk food he would eat. Him and his wife would using the 4.5.2.3.4. Is it 4.5.3.2? It's all 7 set, giving it a little bit of air in between the dice. And he was very fit, very very fit. Okay, so it's a 2.4.6 easy 6 down there. Is a 2.4 easy 6. And I asked him, well, what was your best experience? And he says, Bob, you're not going to believe it, but my favorite part of the training, we'll mark the 6 over here. Probably can't see it on camera, but we'll mark the 6 with the puck. See if I can get the dice to fly over here. And it says, one of my favorite training was the gas chamber. And oddly enough, that was my favorite part of the training also. That and range day when you go out there and shoot. And he said that was kind of one of the favorite parts. Is that you go out there and you go into this chamber and you have your mask and they tell you to take it off. And then you take a deep breath and you start reciting the Air Force Creed and yada yada yada, and then you start choking and coughing. Your eyes are burning. Your snot is coming out. It sounds atrocious, and it is probably to a lot of people, but I enjoyed it a lot. And one of the worst things you can do, because everybody needs to get the experience of what the gas mask is doing, that is really working for you. It's not just a plastic object on your face. It's actually doing something for you. Is that that's a 6-4-10 down there. That's a 6-4-10. Easy 10, 6-4-10. So these airmen and women, airmen and women, they understand that this mask is actually doing something for them. And they'll sit in this room, look and sit in this concrete room with doors one way to enter and one way to exit. And they ask them, okay, take your mask off and take a deep breath. That way you know that if you ever see somebody having these kind of reactions, it's time for you to put on your mask before you do anything else. Get your mask out, put it on, then go help somebody before you run and try to help them, because it can be very dangerous. And he says, "Man, Dad, that was that was the funnest experience." I asked him if I could do it again. He got mad at me, Dad. Honestly, I probably would have asked the same thing if I could do it again. He says it was a very memorable experience. And after that, because your nasal passages are being just bombarded with this aerosol chemical, it 6-2 easy 8 down there. It cleans your nasal passages very, very, very well. You breathe as if you have a brand new nose and everything cleared up. It's just amazing what it does to you. We got oh, let me mark it out. I took it off screen. There we go. 6-2, easy 8. He said he also enjoyed range day when they go out there and actually go and practice their shooting. He said he enjoyed that very much also. Unfortunately, one of the things is that in range day, if you're not careful, those shells flying out of your weapon or any person, because it sits you side by side or whatever position you're in, whether it be a prone or kneeling or whatever is going on. So they sit you about maybe every 3-4 feet. There's another soldier there shooting their weapon, and that brass, that metal casing, is ejected from that rifle, those M16s, and they go flying. And if you're not careful, they end up inside your shirt, in your sleeves, in your pockets, in your anywhere those shell can go. It will go in there. He said, sure enough, I had told him to be careful because that brass is hot. It ended up down their shirt. You got a couple burn marks. Some of them accidentally end up in his pocket also. Normally they ask you to make sure you check all your pockets because they just end up all over the place. Not your intention, but they just end up there. Our point is the 6. We're still shooting. Y'all 7 set down there. Whew, those dice rolled all the way down here. It hit the back wall and it rolled way down here. And that is a 4-3-7. That is a 4-3. That dice hit just at the right spot and it rolled almost all the way halfway down the table. That is a 4-3-7. Okay. Luckily, we had regressed our bets. We did regress our bets, so we did make money. We got in and out because it was hurting us a while ago. So we did make a little bit under 600, 583, but it was only 9 rolls. So let's see if we can find a point. So that did help us recover some of the money that we were down. I think we're down about maybe 680. We're still trying to make it up. But yeah, he said he had one of those experiences that his pops did not like. When you go down range, make sure that you're careful of your surroundings at all times. We're gonna stick with the 5-4-5-4 for a come out roll. Let me throw a couple sets in there. 5-4-5-4. We're looking for point. There's an easy 8 down there. There's a 6-2 easy 8. 6-2 easy 8. We'll go ahead and mark our 8 down here. That's a 6-2 easy 8. Let's see if we can build our bets back up. One thing about visiting Fredo from Texas Crap Shooters, he says doing a 76 inside and working up from there. So we'll go ahead and do that. One of the things, he was ready to actually eat something nice. So let's do maybe 2 more throws on the 5-4-5-4. Let's see how it goes. He was ready to eat some outside food from the base. They said they serve him very well, but he was kind of tired of the food. Doing that for about 8 weeks. Okay, that's a 5-1 easy 6 down there. There's a 5-1 easy 6. Yeah, he was trying to gobble down everything he could get a hold of. He was also mindful not to eat too many things that were too sugary. He did have some snacks. The 5-1 easy 6. He said, then I had to go run it off. Do some exercise. He says, I'm not gonna have to. I don't want to do that. But he did enjoy his I believe Liberty time. It's a town pass. There's a 5-1 easy 6 down there. Yep. Okay. This our point still 8. I'm gonna stick with the 5-4-5-4 for right now. And fortunately for us, there was one day that would give them town pass, and another day that would give them base pass. They had to stay within the base. There's a 3-4 down there. Oof, that's a 3-4-7. 3-4-7. Got a double pitch down there. And fortunately for us, they actually gave them a 2-day town pass for all the airmen and women. The 3-4-7. Let's go with a different dice set. We're gonna go with the 3V set pointing inwards. Let's see how that behaves. Sometimes we can use that as an emergency along with the 6-2, 6 tray. But let's go ahead, place your bets. It's a come out roll. Let's see what we can do. So for the second day, they gave them 2 days in a row that they go out and about in town. Let's do one come out roll for the 5-4-5-4. And the second day they also gave them a town pass, but they had to come back earlier. They had to come back at 1800 hours. So for those civilians, that means it's by 6 o'clock. By 6 o'clock, they had to be back. So, but we did enjoy time with them. Come out roll 5-4-5-4. That is that's a 1-4-5. You're not gonna believe it, but that die stood in the right on the edge of itself for at least maybe a second and a half. Our point is 5-1-4-5. So the interesting thing happened trying to get him back to the base at that 1800 hours, which is 6 p.m. 1-4-5 is our point. Is that we timed it. We sure we had some time on there to plan that he was going to be coming back, that we had enough time. But even with that planning, what happened was this the street light towards one of the main bridges that had led to the direction of the base, it was out. And the traffic was backing up horribly. And that was kind of concerning to him because it's like we were cutting it close. I mean, you can see the clock is tick, 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 closer, closer, and closer. And oh yeah, we're gonna go to the three V set, 3-2, 3-6. Oddly enough, we made it on time, but by maybe 3 minutes shy of the 6 o'clock p.m. So when we got right in front of his barracks, he was ready to just take off, making sure he made it on time. I'm not sure what happens if they got late, but he wanted to make sure that he wasn't late. Yeah, 2-4-6 down there. That's an easy 6. That's a 2-4-6. But yeah, he was breaking the sweat. I said we're gonna get you on there on time. We did get him in there on time, but man, it was kind of cutting it close. Without exaggeration, it was probably 3 minutes before 6 that he was getting out of the car. There's a 2-4-6 down here, running towards his barracks. There was a couple other cadets doing the same exact thing, getting off their family member's car, or whoever they were with. And there's different ways, different paths to go into the barracks. And it went one way, the other one's the other way. And then all of a sudden, an officer came around, and these enlisted, these airmen, these soldiers, they had to stop, even if they're running, stop right on their tracks and salute this officer. That way, so they actually kept on going when they were not in front of him. But when they were in front of him, they had to stop and they had to salute. And even if they're late, they got to stop and salute. That's a 415 down there. We found our point. That is a 415. We finally found a point. Hopefully we can break this table's downswing. So we found our point. So for those soldiers that were very, very cutting it close on time, you have to up this immediate stop, get to attention, salute the officer, and they go on their merry way until the officer passed them. It wasn't that didn't add to their stress level already. I don't know what would, but it was interesting. We found our point. Our point was 5. We found our point, so we're slowly and trying to make it back. We're still down. We're still down because this is our 6-shooter, and man, our SRR is not doing that great. That's 5-4. 5-4 is a come out roll, so get your bets in there. This is a come out roll. 5-4, 5-4. So that's a 6-3-9. Our point is a 9. 6-3-9 down there. So we'll mark our 9 over here. Which over here is a 6-3-9. Let's see. Go ahead and get your bets in there. Give you a minute or two. And after his basic training, then he's got to go to military specialty. And lucky for him, he gets to stay inside of the base. We're going to go to 3-2, 3-6 dice set. He gets to stay in the same base. Other airmen and women, they get to they send him out to a different place, different base, different state, different country. Just depends what their specialty is going to be. Luckily for my son Kevin, he gets to stay on that base at least for a bit longer, another 8 weeks, doing a different type of training, so he doesn't have all those restrictions. We're doing the 3-2, 3-6. See if we can find our point. That's a midnight down there. That's a 6-6 midnight. So for those of you that like I'm a believer in pressing my horns right after established point, we made some money. Let's see if we can do a replay on that one. There's a 6-6 right there. Okay, go ahead and get y'all's bets in there. I'm going to go ahead and press my horns. We're going to stick with the 3-2, 3-6. Stick with this dice set. I wouldn't mind a hard way right about now. And there's our hard way. We were asking for a hard way. We got one. We got a 3-3 hard 6 down there. That's a 3-3 hard 6. We asked for it, and here it is. That's a 3-3 over here. Go ahead. Just go ahead and adjust our place bets. So remember, I kind of bet a little bit heavy until we get some, hit a point or two, and then I regress. And I probably mentioned, like Kevin, every now and then him and his wife will come and visit. We stick with the 3-2, 3-6 dice set, and every now and then he'll come in. He'll just shoot the dice with me, and he does some amazing rolls. He doesn't practice or anything. He just grabs the dice and whatever number he thinks looks cool, he'll grab them and launch them down the table, and he'll get 20, 30 rolls. He'll get 20, 30 rolls. So that's a 2-6 easy 8 down there. That's a 2-6 easy 8. 2-6 easy 8. That's a 2-6 right there. And if I would say, like, maybe it just happened once out of a fluke. He's not a dice setter. He doesn't do that. He doesn't practice and has no idea what's going on. But not just one time. I'm talking about a handful of times that it's happened the same exact thing. Yeah, he's not a gambler. He does not do that. What he does like to do is video games. I believe him and his wife, we were out there, and for some of his free time, they wanted to go to Dave and Buster's. It's been a while since I've gone to Dave and Buster's. 3-2, 3-6, same dice set. Our point is 9. And 4-6-10 down there. There's a 4-6-10, 4-6 easy 10. And we're out there in Dave and Buster's, and you kind of load everything on a freaking little card, and they give you all these chips or points or whatever there are. Then you go out to the machines and you swipe it, and it deducts it from your bank of the little card. Kind of what casinos do. I guess you can't get the feel that you're actually spending a little bit more than you should. That's a 4-6-10. That's an easy 10 down here. And then they give you some tickets. I don't know how many tickets we got from the video games. Everybody had their own little card. But interesting enough, there was one of the arcade games that I like. I used to play when he was around at the house before he moved out and graduated from school. Mario Kart. Actually, sit there, 2-3-6 dice set. You sit there and you drive. You hit the brake pedal and move the steering wheel, and you throw shells and throw things behind you. So it was very interesting. That was one of, I guess, we played a couple of rounds on those. You need to play up to 4 people at a time. It was interesting games. They were all into it. They've done that many of times. Not their pops. So we got a 4-2 easy 6 down there. We got a 4-2 easy 6. But it was an interesting experience going to an arcade game and being able to throw turtle shells and banana peels and all kinds of other things and fire bombs. It was interesting. That's a 4-2 easy 6. Interestingly enough, there was a couple of slot machines, and here this is in San Antonio. I believe whether by Shark Mall or something like that. And interesting enough, there was some arcade machines that looked very much like a slot machine. very similar, but it paid out in tickets. You swiped your little card to try to get the pay for the machine, kind of like we do at the real casinos. Interesting enough, how they're trying to get a young mind to try to indulge in those kind of behaviors. Not that I condone it. I don't think I would be for something like that. But interesting enough that I saw that kind of machine there. I said, well, I don't mind them playing video games, Minecraft, and a bunch of other little games for tickets, but the slot machines for in the kids area, again, both young and old go to those type of places for arcades. Oof, that's 437 down there. That is 437. 437. We only got 10 rolls in here on this one, this shooter. And we're probably, how much time do we have on here? We're at, I believe maybe got one more. We can do one more shooter. We can do one more shooter. Because today hasn't been, the dice have not been nice to us. That's the 437. Still not bad. We can still make some money with these. I mean, we know that we're getting at least in the 7-8 rolls. Not the PSO. The PSO is the one that took us out a while ago. We can still make money off of that. So we did make money. We made a 316. We left 200 on the table, so we were up 500. Left 200 table, so we made 300. We're still down from our initial buy-in. Buy-in was, I believe, 2,000, so we're at maybe 525 shy of that. We are a bit shy. So let's try it. Maybe one more shooter. It'll be the last shooter for tonight, and then we'll call it a night. We got nowhere close to Texas Crap Shooter's roll for today. He had a 30-something roll, I think 32, maybe even 33. Amazing roll. Go 5-4, 5-4, coming out roll. There's a 6-5 yo. 6-5 yo on a come out roll. Really good way to start. Six five yo. Let's see if we can get some do that again. Get some deja vu. And when we were another experience when we were walking back towards the vehicle, because I was out almost time. In those malls, they have these little almost like Power Wheels, but they're the shape of animals, like giraffes, zebras, and tigers and elephants. I haven't paid much attention to that before. I haven't been in a mall in quite some time. 5-4, 5-4, coming out roll. 1-4-5 is our point, and caught my attention. I said, hey, guys, do y'all went ahead and want to ride these the pony, the zebras, and it can handle up to the weight of an adult, and you can ride these in this hallway of the mall. Malls have some of these perfect smooth floors, and I said, yeah, you can ride them up and down all this corridor. Just don't go up or down the floors, but you can ride them all in the big old corridor. So that was kind of interesting. So told my kid, hey, you want to go ahead and ride this? And we were interested for a second. We looked at time, and unfortunately, time told us, like, nope, time for you guys to go. 1-4-5, or point is 5. Said, nope. We didn't have enough time to enjoy that moment, but I said, I'm gonna come back. We'll come back one of these days that he has more time. Well, all of us. We'll see all these group of grown adults riding these little giraffes and zebras, and just do 3-2-3-6 down these corridors. It was interesting. We work hard every now and then. It feels nice to just cut loose, have some fun. 3-2-3-6. Let's see if we can get some box numbers in here. That's a 358. That is a 3-5 easy 8. There's an easy 8 over here. 3-5 easy 8. So yes, we had some fun. He enjoyed his time, his Liberty Pass to go up and about town. And luckily for us, we stayed close to the base. So whenever he was ready, we can actually just drive back and drop him off. And I did that for multiple reasons because I'm a military guy. I like to be on time or early to wherever my events have to be. And it was very, very nice. He loves it. He was skeptical at first, but he was spinning his wheels. He was working hard and just not making the traction he would like. Oh, 617 down there. That's all she wrote for us, folks. We didn't do that well. Thanks, I guess, all the chatting, but it was great stories. 617. Well, that's going to be it for today. Unfortunately, we were 8 minutes shy of the hour. It did not go well for us. We were down. Probably tomorrow will be a better day. And he really enjoyed making that decision after all, getting his Air Force training, serving his country. 617 down here. He says, "Man, Dad, I should have listened to you sooner. It really did change what me and my wife can do now and the opportunities we have." Glad it worked out for him. He was hardworking young gentleman with a great wife who supports them. So hopefully they make some good progress. Unfortunately, we didn't make progress today on these dice. It was brutal for us. Our SRR is 4.22. We were down. We left with only 400 in our pocket. So unfortunately, this wasn't a good night. But we had a good time with the family. And hopefully tomorrow we can make these dice work for us, because today they were just brutal. Unless you went to the dark side, power to you. It's your money. Make sure you figure out which is the best strategy for y'all. You don't always have to go on the pass line. You have to go to the dark side. Go to the dark side, and that's what the table is demonstrating. That's going to be working for you. But either way, thank you very much. You have a good night, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.